Hi there. Ronnie here, coming at you with my second video. This is more personal. I did really enjoy my time with Becky and Jason. It was very nerve-wracking. The travel down was nerve-wracking because I'd never been Northampton before. I'd never been in in that route, on that trains. So yeah, it was all new for me. So as usual, my stress levels were high. The travel down was difficult. Not impossible. I mean, once I got on, once I knew where I was going, the difficulty was getting distressed because I was the train that I was on. I had to get off at Rugby and transfer to another train. But that first train I was on was late, very late. And because of that, I missed my connection. I had to take the next one. Luckily, the trains are every 20 minutes, so it wasn't a huge wait, but it was there. Then the travel lodge. I mean, the travel lodge that I was staying at was perfectly fine. I knew I wouldn't be there that much because I knew I'd be mostly, gaming. And had I been physically fitter, and had the nights not been so sort of drawn in, I'd been a bit more confident. I probably would have walked it to and from Becky and Jason's, but it was a bit more distance than I was anticipating, and I was very nervous because it was a new area. Becky very kindly was sort of picking me up, ferrying me, which, I mean, the strange thing is it's like 15-20 minute walk and 5 minutes in a car. But I started really feeling guilty about it all the way. I felt like I was being a bad friend because I was kind of relying on the lifts. I mean, I would have got taxis back and forth if need be, and did offer, but I still felt bad about it. The other thing that happened was the Monday night, up sort of late afternoon. As is often the case, you start talking, and the conversation turned about some of the reasons behind my breakdown, and I realised that all the therapy and the therapy had been good and very useful and has been very helpful, But also, I realized that that pain is still there. That wound is not going anywhere. I don't think that wound is ever going to heal, and I don't think it's ever not going to hurt. I think it's going to be down to that old thing of every cripple finding their own way of walking, and me having to try and find some way of just living with it, because it's just very painful. And it also brought another problem with it. It's just because of the nature of what happened, I'm always worried that when people hear about things for the first time, that that any sort of positive feeling they may have had for me would be muted. They wouldn't, they would look on me with some, with less warmth. And I think that worry is not going to go away anytime soon. I'm always going to have that worry. I'm always going to be scared of losing people, of pushing people away. There's an insecurity in that which is very difficult for me to deal with. And I find it moving forward, and I'm always going to worry about losing people. So yeah. Becky and Jason were both amazing over the weekend, and but I'm always worried, and it's not just with there. When I go and visit any friend, I still have that thing where when I leave them after a couple of days, that somehow when I'm saying goodbye, in the back of my mind I have this idea that I'm never going to see them again. And that preys on my mind and worries me and scares me. It's not much fun living in my head sometimes. But, so yeah, that's, my other video is perfectly honest. I absolutely adored the weekend. Would have been great. The bit I missed out saying on the other video, I'll say it here. Would have been, it's unfortunate that Phil didn't make it. Sorry, Phil. But yeah, I guess there's still always going to be a person who's very, very scared inside. Maybe that's the way it'll always be.